couple of pound. It's bottom lip, it's got no teeth.
Welcome to part 2 of the Northumberland road trip looking for cod. So we've now left the town of Blythe and we're heading north. As you can see, the snow is thick on the ground, the temperatures are absolutely freezing cold. During part 2 you'll see us fish heavy, rough, rock, rugged ground. So here's a little bit of the journey on the way up, and over 2 days we travel up and then back down, obviously for the night to stay. So I hope you enjoyed part 1. If you haven't watched it, I do recommend you watch part 1 before part 2, otherwise both videos may clash. So here we are, we're on the road, we're travelling, we're in search, and we're looking for that big cod, that fish that I've been searching for a long time. So I hope you enjoy, keep tuned, keep watching, let's see what happens.
Well, here we are guys, part 2 of the big Northumberland road trip, searching for cod. Searching for not cod, but that one special fish. That one fish I've been chasing for many years. That's a fish over £7. I've had fished cod to £14 in Norway, but £7 is my UK PB, and I've been chasing it for many years. So as you'll have seen in the build up to this, we've travelled further north now, so we've come right up north. We've travelled about an hour today. I'm not quite sure of where we are, and it's not my ground, so I'm not going to name it. If you know, you know, but we're in Northumberland, and that's how it rolls. That's how my channel rolls. Basically, I'm not going to give other people's marks away too simply. There's plenty there in the background, and as I say, if you know, you know. If you don't, get yourself to Northumberland, have a drive around, have a look, find the marks, find the fish, and get fishing. So yeah, as I say, this is part 2 of my video. Thanks for those that have watched part 1, and if you haven't watched it, well, don't watch this one, watch the other one first and then come back to this one. But yeah guys, part 2, part 1 had plenty of fish in it. I don't care if there's only one fish in this part, as long as it's one big fish. To find that out, you'll have to keep tuned. So we'll see you in a bit. Well guys, as the sun is going down now behind me, I'd just like to say a massive thank you to Steve from Sparta Fishing for his hospitality and welcoming me to his family home over this weekend. Now, you know, fishing's fishing, and I know he felt, which there was no need at all, that he was under pressure maybe a little bit to try and get me onto fish, try and help me get onto the right places. But you know what guys, it's fishing and there's no guarantee within fishing, and that is one thing that I love about fishing, is there's no guarantee about fishing. You got to go out there and it's the whole chase. Unfortunately, Steve has just lost an absolute belting fish. Maybe a double. It was a big fish. It hung him up in his snag, and unfortunately it come off. But what a fish. The power in the rod was giving it everything. Anyway, what we've done is Steve put us on a mark over there where he'd lost that fish. I had a few casts, I had a bite, and I lost a set of gear with it. Then I had a couple more chucks and no joy. But when we got here, I spotted this bit here that I was really keen on, and I was like, oh, I want to give that a go. And Steve was like, well, it does produce fish, mate, but over here is where we'll fish. So anyway, what I've done is I've left him for a little while, and I've come on my own little adventure just down here. So I just thought, I like the look of it. It looked somewhere that I would want to fish if I was back home, so I'm fishing it. I'm having a go. I'll have a dozen chucks here as the sun goes down, and then I'll move back and sit with my pal Steve and check the rods out and see what's happening really. And at least with us both being spread out a little bit like this, if one's getting a few fish and the other's not getting anything, we can bounce off each other. That is the joys of fishing in company, and good company at that. As I say, the sun's going down. It's bitterly cold. It's not going up above a -2 all day. It dropped to -7 last night. So it's cold, it's fresh, it's proper cod weather. We have travelled a little bit over an hour from Steve's house today. We've gone right up north, and the reasons for that is just basically the sea's flattened off, so we've come up to the heavy grounds and the big scars, kelps, and hoping that it's holding a few fish and that they all haven't been plucked out over from the last big seas that were last week. My confidence will get a bit higher as the sun goes down. So as the sun goes down, my confidence will go up. Yeah, it's been an adventure, guys. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn this camera off, and I'll not bring it back now unless there's a fish on screen. So next time you see me, hopefully there'll be a fish on screen. Well guys, it's been a little bit frustrating, a few very quick sharp bites, but it's been daylight, sun's now dropped, darkness, first cast into the darkness hours, and there we are, an absolute golden but tiny little codling. We'll get this fella back, obviously. They're well undersized, but a beautiful golden, well conditioned, fat, so it's eating well. Get the rods back out and see if we can find something to put a big smile on our face in these cold temperatures, because I'm not gonna lie guys, it's absolutely freezing, but living the dream, living the dream. Spot on. Went back happy enough. I just waited for the water to come, and it's gone back happy enough. So yeah, let's get them baits out. One about that big we need. I'll be happy with a good £5 and I'll be £8 just gone through the window. Just a quick update guys, good morning, hope you're all well. It's absolutely freezing. So it's now Sunday morning and it's, as you can see, snow on the ground, and it's been snowing all night long. It's just coming up to 10 AM and what I've been doing since 7 AM is rig making. So fresh set of rigs, set in the van, fresh set of rigs, try and get some fresh ideas for tonight. And there's been no point fishing in the day and the sea's flattened off now, so it's just absolutely it's difficult, to be fair. We fished some amazing marks yesterday, proper kelpy, rocky, heavy ground, lost a lot of gear, but just not seeming to get onto the fish. Just the one that you've seen a little bit earlier on in the video, but it's shown the reality of the road trip. I'm still quite booming for it, still feeling like I want to catch a big one, and hopefully, who knows, today could be the day. If not, maybe make a plan and fish somewhere on the way home tomorrow. But the cod hunt continues. We're back out and we are fishing. So as you can see, we're up north again, as obviously as it's showing, the sea's flattened right off. So we've travelled up north about an hour's drive once again, and it's a well-known cod mark for a big cod on a flat sea. A little bit different to what I'm used to fishing back home. It feels a bit weird because we've got this scar that runs all the way across in front of us here, which is roughly I don't know, 80 yards out in front of us, and then you've got a bit of a gap there, then you've got another scar that runs that way, and a bit of a channel into a harbour wall just behind there. There's a couple of lads to my right, and then there's a few lads down on the further point down there. The plan is, and the hope, that fish will run in and around the back of this scar as the light fades and it turns dark, but we shall see. Anyway, we've travelled up further north They say if the sea's flat, travel north. We travelled north yesterday. We fished a very, very, very good big fish mark. Unfortunately, there was no big fish to be had, just the one small one. For myself and Steve, lost a very nice fish. But despite that, we've travelled north once again. We're trying our best, and honestly, can't thank Steve enough for the effort he's put in for driving me about and trying to put, well, he has put me on the right marks, but you can't catch what's not in front of you, or if it's not feeding, you're not going to catch it. It's as simple as that. Guys, the camera won't come back on now unless there's a fish, so we'll see you hopefully soon as it's gone dark with a fish for our efforts, so keep tuned. Me and Steve have split up a little bit. We haven't fallen out by any means, but just trying to cover a bit more ground. So I've just had a nice little codling there now. Oh, not a big one, but a nice little codling. About £1.5, maybe £2, I don't know. It's not a monster, it's got a good belly on it, good condition fish, proper take. Anyway, I'm going to put this one back, guys. I decided I'm not going to keep anything now unless it's £3 or bigger. But another nice little codling. Well, just had a little move now after that fish. This was one of the marks we originally hoped to get on, and we're fishing back next to each other here now. So hopefully we're coming about 40 minutes an hour off the top of the tide, Steve?
Yeah, about 45.
45 minutes off the top of the tide. So hopefully now with the top of the tide, this bay here, which was like on our right hand side to where we were earlier, has all filled up, and hopefully going to produce some fish. And there's rods out everywhere, guys. There's rods over there, there's somebody in the back of the bay, there's people to the left. So and it feels, let me put this on for a minute, give you a bit more light. It feels absolutely bang on. It absolutely feels bang on. So let's hope they turn up. Well, it's come to the time to bring this video to an end. It's now just before 3 AM in the morning, and I'm almost home. I'm knackered, I may look it, I'm absolutely battered. Northumberland didn't beat me, I managed some fish. But it wasn't easy, and don't forget, what you're seeing in this video is a small proportion of the hard work that's gone in. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Steve once again from Sparta Fishing, not just for the fishing. I've known Steve a little over a year, and for the warm welcome into his home, and to meet his family. And I'd like to thank his whole family really for the lovely warm welcome and cups of coffee, breakfast, just absolute massive thank you very much. It's been absolutely fantastic. I have left a day early, guys. I was supposed to stay until tomorrow. It's Sunday night, well, it's early hours Monday morning. The sea's flattened off. It's not, I just didn't feel it, if I'm honest with you. Wasn't feeling it. There's a massive easterly coming in today, and the sea will build, but I do have work Tuesday morning, so I made the hard call. It's snowing, it's raining, the weather's crap. I thought, you know what, we fished until almost 10 o'clock tonight, and we fished some fantastic marks, really good big fish marks that I've read about on social media, read about in the Sea Angler, and heard of from other people. So we did get on some really good marks. We went up north, we fished around Blythe, we done everything. Is there anything I would change if I could go back? There's a couple of things I'd change. I'd most probably fish a little bit more with smaller baits. I would definitely take some more worm with me. I felt like I was fishing to a limit towards the end, and I would have fished Blythe Pier. I'm a little bit gutted I didn't fish the pier, even though the conditions weren't right for it. I'm a little bit gutted because I have read about it a lot over the years, and it would have been just nice to have a go. But you can't fish everywhere. and the marks that we fished, phenomenal, absolutely. I loved them. I don't know the names of them. If you know, you know, but just fantastic, my type of fishing. I lost a lot of gear, so yeah, no, it was just absolutely, all in all, brilliant. I'm about half an hour from home. I've just stopped for a quick rest, because I am tired, and it's not advised to drive and tired, guys. So when you're on your travels out there chasing your dreams, do rest up when you need to. I'm gonna have a little 5 minutes outside the van now, bit of fresh air, and I'll finish the rest of my journey. So until I see you in my next video, hopefully, keep safe, keep fishing, keep chasing them dreams.